everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kayla Rundle. If you don't remember who I am or haven't been here before, I am doing a little twist on what I normally do. I am actually here with a company called Wyld Garage Co. And they build basically custom cafe racers out of old BMW motorcycles. And I have been rendering for them and helping them with some design stuff for the past year or so, and I just love their culture. I love what they do, so I wanted to bring you guys around and introduce you guys to, some family. Literally, I love this culture so much. They were grilling burgers, some brats, some beans, some coleslaw. It's just, the vibes are immaculate here. Also, I brought the Camaro. It was a special day, so I had to bring the race car here to show off a little bit. All right, well, we're here with Justin, and he's in charge of basically the design and creation of these bikes. So I wanted him to talk about exactly what goes into these bikes, kind of how much they are, like what's the cheapest option you can get, all the way up to like the most insane, customizations. I mean, all this is hand done, like all the way down to the entire chassis, the exhaust, everything.
Our bikes kind of have a few different looks, vary with seat configurations, exhausts, and front suspension. Our bikes start at $36,000 for a single seater. That includes sourcing the motorcycle from anywhere in the country, getting it back to the shop, all the costs associated with that. This bike's going to be a single seater. This is our single seater post, and it's going to have what we call a single saddle seat, just for people who aren't looking to ride a plus one. And this is really kind of a good image of like the bare bones, what we start with. It comes all the way down to a frame. We shave off all the stuff we don't like, we add all the stuff we do, and then everything is repowder coated and then internally built from the inside out. Our motors, trannies, everything is fully rebuilt, and then it's all upgraded with the nicest, newest hardware, an upgraded digital ignition system.
You basically find these old bikes and then take the motor out of it and then rebuild this whole chassis basically, and then
exactly.
But you rebuild the motor that came into the original one to make it more reliable, stronger, like billet, whatever.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, this is a newer version of the starter that came with these bikes 40 years ago. This charging unit is an upgraded version of what came with them, but it's about double the charging power. They're almost better than the day they came off the showroom floor.
So how fast are they?
So, I mean, you're probably pushing 100 miles an hour if you got this thing pinned. They're still 40 years old, so.
It's like a Sunday cruiser weekend.
Yeah.
Like
the majority of our clientele is really all older, established folks that might be just adding this to a collection and they want to ride it once a month and go show it off to their buddies. This bike is a version of how we can get a little bit more creative and fun with our custom exhaust designs. This whole rear seat section is obviously very different. And then the wheel covers, a lot of people like to call them moon wheels. These are handmade. This bike over here is essentially this single seater here that we talked about, but it's got a new modern front fork setup off of a Suzuki GSX-R 600.
This is the front fork. I didn't know what the fork was when I first started looking at bikes.
This whole stack here is called a triple tree. The forks all the way down to the carriers, the brakes, and the rotors are all upgraded.
How long does a project take you to start from finish? If I were to buy a bike today, when can I pick it up?
It's that varies. Right now we're quoting people anywhere between 8 to 10 months.
It's not bad.
All the the vendors that we rely on for parts and paint and stuff, if they got stuff done in reasonable amounts of time, we could put a bike together in just a couple of months. So.
Jeez.
But
I mean, I had the 240 for a year and I didn't even do anything, so that's pretty fast.
This is a bike that just finished up. It'll be going to Miami, and our customers have the ability to design their bikes from the bottom up, even though it may look similar to other builds.
Colors, the paint finish.
Yeah, the buttons, the levers, the headlight, the speedo, the grips, the mirrors, all the way down to the gas cap they can choose, coupled with what we know looks good and what they liked. This is how this bike turned out. So, but this is a full two-seater. It's a little bit of a smaller seat in the back, but we try to keep our lines
That's all you need.
Super minimal. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So
I kind of want one now.
So
every time I talk to you guys, I just want to get one.
Pretty straightforward, yeah. I don't blame you. I'd love to build myself one of these.
They're gorgeous. You don't have one yet?
I have a bike, but I just
Oh,
don't
these.
have the time to put into it like I do our customers. So,
Yeah.
and you know,
Just with anything, it's hard to like work for yourself. You're like, oh, I'd rather make money.
you know, by the time you get home,
You're
it's
like,
like,
not worth
yeah,
it.
we love what we do. It's not just a job still, but
Yeah. How'd you guys get into this?
you know, it's just kind of a culmination of 3 different minds came together. Nathan, our founder, he always wanted to kind of have this conglomerate of vintage Land Rovers and vintage motorcycles and find a way to bring the 2 together and then marry it with a cool lifestyle. We started building out a couple of bikes.
And people loved them and
Yeah.
just blew
Yeah.
up from there.
Yeah, it was like one thing after the next. You know, somebody sees something on Instagram, and the next thing you know, you got 2 on order, 3 on order, 7 on order.
Jeez.
So
Stress.
yeah. I built.
He's very proud of this.
I built the shelf. Here's a custom hook I built. Built this custom hook,
impressive.
double bend on my brake, press brake. Tack that puppy right up so I have a place to hang my mask.
Really
just,
proud of his little things for
What we do here.
organization.
It's just what we do. But, this is just like our, you know, cut stuff, fab stuff. We have a piece of metal that we'll throw down over this for any welding that we're doing. We have a little press brake.
So you guys
nothing,
weld all the
nothing
exhaust
fancy.
and everything in shop?
Yeah, everything's done here. All stainless, TIG welded stuff. This is our MIG and our TIG. Nothing fancy, you know. They're cheap tools, but they get us by. That's a round bar tube bender that we have. But we're a small shop, so everything has to be able to roll and be very compact. So, and then we have the world's largest Post-it note.
I love that you guys have that because that's something
Yeah.
that would help me stay organized.
They always remind me of Elf with Will Ferrell. When he goes into the coffee shop, he's like, "Congratulations, world's best cup of coffee." But they're like the world's largest Post-it note. Congratulations.
Oh, I was like, did he like write a lot of notes on the wall? Like,
No.
I don't remember that scene.
No. But yeah, so we have like a Post-it note for pretty much
Are they
every
actually
single.
sticky?
Huh?
Oh my god, they're actually Post-it notes, or did
Yeah.
you tape them?
No, they're sticky Post-it notes.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, they're the world's largest Post-it note. I wasn't
That's
joking.
So funny.
No, that's a real thing.
What you guys working on?
Throttle.
Throttle.
Yeah,
Built well throttle.
Built Well tag. See them on Instagram at Built Well Inc. No, this is
You're a
it's-
marketing professional already.
Yeah, we use the Built Well whiskey throttles. They marry really well with our throttle cables, and they work really nice. They're adjustable like any normal throttle, but they work really well for us. And this guy got some leather to match his seat and his battery. So his battery actually lives right in here, which all of our bikes are like this.
I forgot that's the battery. It's
Yeah.
a small little guy.
Tiny little lithium.
It's a nice little wrap.
What's the cold cranking amp? Like 160? Oh, this is, geez, okay. So yeah, so we're 330 cold cranking amps.
300.
You could start a car with one of these, really.
Jeez.
Starts my drift car.
Really? Oh, so you're the one. Is that your drift exhaust?
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
This is Sean, not seen. Sean.
Not seen.
Formerly known
Yeah,
as Sean.
not seen. It's
It's Sean.
formerly known as Sean, not seen. This is was supposed to be like a lounge, like hang out, eat lunch, work on the computer. It never worked out. We needed more storage, so we filled this with racks. But what we try to do is have one shelf for every customer, or what year it
That
is, or how
looks
many
like
miles
a
on
block,
it.
but like.
Yeah, this is an engine block.
Okay. There
Yeah.
you go. It looks like a block, but like cut in 8 pieces. Because I'm used to seeing a car block.
It probably literally is.
It's like 1/8 of
an
the
eighth
block.
of the size. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a bare block. So we go through, we inspect everything for any kind of cracks or, any unusual wear to make sure it's still usable. And then it gets media blasted and
That's
then
sick.
properly treated for Cerakote. So we'll coat everything with an C series
Cerakote.
Aerocure Cerakote.
To keep it protected from like rust and stuff, or.
Yeah, have you heard of
what is-
Cerakote?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta check it out.
Really?
They have like
I don't-
so Cerakote is really legit stuff. If you've never heard of it or used it, you got to give it a shot. But they have a million different colors, and we like it because it withstands fluids really well. So like oil, gas, brake cleaner, anything that you spill on the motor or gets on it from the road, it wipes off really nice.
That's sick.
So We use the Cerakote for our motors. Like this tranny has already been fully rebuilt, and this is the Cerakote that we use.
That song stuck in my head.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
just
I know
so
you're
much.
talking about the TikToks.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
When I wiggle, wiggle, it folds. I just want to jiggle, jiggle.
For sure, you know. See me in my feet. What is it?
Yeah, you
really,
really-
you really
you
got
can see it.
I don't even know.
6'2" in a compact, no slack. At least the seats go back. I got a knack to relax.
Oh my God.
That's impressive. I would not have known that much. Oh my
I'm probably
God.
too old to know that.
Oh my God. Jeez.
This tank
That's
just
a
came
pretty
back.
color. That's like kind of like a bronze.
Yeah, well, you
orange.
designed that.
That one?
That's one of the renderings.
What?
Yeah, that we picked.
Really?
Yeah, like Kevin, who did the cool bronze. You did all the different
No
bronze.
way.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
that's a
even
cool thing to
simple.
film. I didn't even think that.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Your vision came to life. Leather
different
hides
fabrics.
that kind of hang out and sit around. So
The
we'll-
red's pretty.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Gosh, this would be so fun. This is like
super different
it's like Barbie dolls.
to go through and design. And our bikes were built that we primarily use is really from 77 to 95.
Oh, so it's years.
So from 77 to 84, BMW made that style of wheel, which they kind of coined the snowflake.
Okay.
And then from 85 to 95, they redesigned the wheel, which has a little bit more of a honeycomb kind of look to it.
Yeah.
So
So that's why it's different years.
it's different years.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So, but they're really not interchangeable because of the way they designed them. So you can't just you just can't interchange them. They're just kind of they're made for those bikes. So if you want to do custom wheels on these things,
Why are they made for the bikes though? Is it the way the chassis lines up to it, or?
yeah, it really has to do with the final drive, which is the rear drive unit for the wheel, because these are shaft driven. They're not chain or belt driven.
This is so interesting. Like why it's different.
So you can see the pattern, but the reason it is not interchangeable is because it's what we call a single side swing arm. Has a special final drive unit that attaches right here, and then that wheel fits this final drive and swing arm specifically. So you can't just take that wheel off and make it fit that final drive. They were also a 4-lug wheel, in your terminology,
Yeah.
where the snowflakes are a 5-lug.
Oh.
So
See, that's where it makes sense.
yeah, that's where it makes sense for you. I should have just started with that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of simple ways to explain this.
You can't
and it's-
put my wheels on like the 240 with like 4 lugs.
yeah, I talk about final drives to car people, and they're like,
I'm
on a
like,
motorcycle?
kinda
Like, what are you talking about?
Slowly getting it.
Yeah.
This is important though. It's like the
Yeah.
best way to learn is to see it. And those are all the fuel tanks that eventually will go out for paint.
Yeah, these are some extras. Some are
dented.
some are a little too far gone. Some aren't salvageable, so we just keep them for fun. But yeah, up and out of the way, and then we just have like a very humble storage office in there, and that's about it, man. So
Love it.
yeah, nothing
So
too-
who came up with the name Wyld?
That was Nathan.
Nathan? Why'd you pick Wyld?
Well, you want a long story or a short story? Short story.
Either.
So, I had a couple of previous companies. One which I sold about 3.5 years ago, and that company involved being in front of the computer nonstop every single day, in front of 3 computer screens, answering hundreds of emails, and it was just very boring, very mundane. Ultimately, it got me to where I am today, so I'm happy about it. But I wanted to find something that I love to do. And so Wyld, W-Y-L-D, stands for what you love doing, what you love driving. And so kind of the automotive lifestyle aspect of it. And that's exactly what we've created. You know, it's something that we love to do, and we've created a space that we love to work in, and we've created a family that we love to work with. Yeah, it's just a really fun environment. And yeah, we've got all sorts of exciting things coming up this year. So it's good growth year. Yeah.
More on the media.
I know. We need to get better at it. Yeah.
It's in there kind of mixed in.
Yeah, we're going to start kind of pushing that a little bit more. But yeah, not a whole lot of people know the story behind it of what you love doing, what you love driving, and kind of like the whole automotive lifestyle aspect of it. So that's where the name came from.
I am officially back from visiting Wyld Garage Co. I just wanted to show you guys a nice shop with a great set of guys that I have been working with in the last year. Here's some of my renderings featured. I featured them in the beginning of the video. I create these in Photoshop. They're completely hand-drawn. I was taught at Art Center how to create things and make them look realistic and 3D. And I do these even with cars if you want to see what your car will look like in a certain color, or you want to put wheels on your car. And just having a vision basically of your build before you start building it and spend all this money, you could just spend money into a little small drawing. That's not as big of an investment as you were to build the whole car and not like it at the end of the day. And I've also even designed cars that aren't even here, like literally spaceships. So it was really nice to go for a tour around Wyld Garage. They are down here in Phoenix, Arizona, Tempe area, and I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you don't know what Café racers are, it started back in the 60s when people would take their bikes and rebuild them. And I really wanted to showcase this on the channel because I love different cultures and communities, and this is somewhat car related because it's a motorcycle. It's a car with two wheels. What are you talking about? And obviously on my channel, I do a lot of customization and rebuilding, like this Camaro behind me, which is my car. It's obviously not stock, so it's really interesting to see a different culture. Cars and motorcycles are so separated, but I definitely want to combine all the communities and learn a little bit about everything I can. So this is a perfect way of showing it. Go check out my guys at Wyld Garage Co. I will go put their links down in the description below. And if you have been waiting on the giveaway results from my Avalon King ceramic coating video, I did post the winner of that giveaway. I responded to them in the comment section of that video, so be sure to go check the comment section to see if you guys won. If that winner doesn't respond to me, I will move on to the next winner, and then so forth. YouTube is very tough to communicate with people. It's not as easy as Instagram. But thanks again, Wyld Garage, for having me out, and it was fun to show you guys a little bit of what I do and, you know, some at-home shops and the realistic side of things. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go press the subscribe button wherever it is on this channel if you want to go see future content on this channel, and press the like button on this video. Leave a comment. Let's start a conversation. It helps me out, and I literally respond to all your comments. So don't be distant, okay? But I love you guys. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.